Hello all and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We're in our final week here of the spring season. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, I decided to delete Monday as I refurbished the house a little bit. I put a bit more furniture in, rejigged stuff. It's not quite exactly where I want it to be, but there wasn't much else that I could do at the time. So essentially, I wasted yesterday. So we've got some more crops growing, which is good. And one of the things that I do really need to do is potentially look at getting some more parsnips, because they grow in only 4 days, which will allow me to, well, replant some of these crops as they're maturing. Because there are only, 5 days left in the season, so it could end up being a bit of a moot point if I don't use the ground. I can't remember. I know this is like 3rd year in, and I can never remember how much of it is actually saved between the seasons. So I'm having this brain fart moment of going, how much land do I have to redo? I'm pretty sure I have to redo most of it, but that's what I'm going to have to actually think about and organise ready for the next, this coming season change. Now, as well as that, I need to try to obtain, in this week, I want to try and get at least 1 million, because I want to have the statue of Ender's Fortune. It's only 1 million, it's not too difficult to do. I'm, 6/10 of the way there almost, so it's not going to be horrifically difficult to do, I don't think. And my Junimo, now that they're red, because I decided to slap a ruby in there to make them red, I think they're cute. I might make the other ones green, or maybe purple. Fit with my purple house. You know, be all cute and adorable and stuff. Righty. So I'm just going to fling a few things in here for sailing, because I don't really need everything right now. Now, one of the other things that I do want to do is I want to build more of the flower pots so I can fill up the starfruit growing shed and obtain a better quantity of money from those. So let's just quickly pop into the preserve shed. Oh, we've got lots to do here. So we've got, let's see how much we can actually get through. I think the other advantage as well is holding onto the parsnips will allow me to pickle all of them as well. Because why not? I mean, it makes sense to me at least. I never claimed to be a particularly intelligent man, but, you know, it makes sense to me. So, let's see what we can do here. Well, I'm going to plop all of these fruits, all these cherries in. And I think that's going to be a major thing, though, is that just the cycle of preserves is going to be a thing. And it'd be nice to see what other, pickled things that could be added. I mean, I haven't really paid a huge amount of attention about the upcoming, final patch. I mean, assuming it's the final patch, I think that's what I read. I've not really paid a huge amount of attention to it yet. So we'll see what that comes out with. But for the time being, we'll just slug on through and see how far we can get, and, you know, what extra bonuses and shinies that we can obtain. We might not achieve anything particularly spectacular, but hey, doesn't really matter if we don't. Okay, so into the greenhouse. No, let's just quickly sort out this bit. Now, one of the things that I do need to do, though, is I want to visit the desert. Because, of course, one of the things that I need to achieve is I need to get further down in the caves. The Skull Cave, coming as far as possible. So, to that end, I want to improve my luck as far as humanly possible. So, I'm going to eat some spicy eel. I'm going to drink some ginger beer. Because I need to really get down to floor 100 as quickly as possible. So, that means that I need to hope that I can obtain a greater number of holes. As silly as that is, because of course I want to get further down in this place the faster. And that's the main kind of driving force for me here, is the faster I can get further down in the caves, the better it's going to be. Of course, I can't eat or drink while I'm in here, so it's kind of easy for me to end up screwing myself over slightly. That's the big problem I've got. And especially considering I'm an idiot, it's definitely a feasible possibility that I'm going to end up bombing myself or doing something incredibly stupid. To that end, I have made the vampire ring, combined with the iridium band, which means that when I kill something, I gain some health. So I'm going to go hunting slimes, because I've still got the slime charmer combo ring. So the slimes physically can't hurt me and are a great source of health. But I'm going to have to be really mercenary about everything and just go, if the opportunity arises to jump down, we're just going to go down as far as possible. We're not going to faff, we're just going to go, right, we need to get down, we need to go, good God, to get further down here as quickly as possible. And again, murder the slimes, kill the dragons, and then go from there. So, of course, I need to kill the serpents, not the dragons, because dragons are a different thing. Because that's one of the many things that I need to kill for the monster hunting challenge. And the other one is the Pepper Rex. So, again, not too difficult to do, but they are what needs to be killed. So let's see how far we can get down here quickly. Hopefully, reasonably easy. One can hope. So, come on, there's got to be an easy way down here. Oh, come on. Stupid thing. The sooner we can actually figure out an easy way down. I mean, I'm going to have to make a bunch of staircases just to err on the side of caution. Of course, it's right there. Yeah, but I'm going to have to make a bunch anyway, just to err on the side of caution to allow me to skip past floors that if it gets a little bit hairy. Now, of course, generally thinking about how much health I have is the biggest consideration I have at the moment. Excuse me. As I need to, you know, murderize stuff and still figure out getting down further in the mines. Now, any opportunities to jump further down by using the holes is going to really be the big killer for me, like this. The holes, the shafts, they are going to make my life a lot easier. So I'm down to 4:23 already. It's only 1 PM. There's definitely a good opportunity chance for me to get down. It just depends on how badly I get mangled by stuff. Go away. There we go. Be gone. Right, let's go down a bit further. Okay, let's detonate that area. I think that's good. Oh, that was close. I was expecting it to hit me there. Because, again, I'm an idiot. Now, apologies, everyone. I've managed to get myself ill once again. I think I'm just suffering. Like, regularly with a semi-constant, uncomfortable throat. It's, I think I should just get my lungs removed. That's probably it. That would stop me getting coughs repeatedly. Because, you know, it's very frustrating and very annoying. Because my general stubbornness does mean that I don't want to stop trying to record, even though it sort of like, it slows me down because I'm a little bit unwell. I will freely admit, it does mean that I tend to have to just go, right, okay, what can I do? And then cough repeatedly and just be like, ah, time to die. But yeah, that's, you know, somewhat frustrating, but that's just how this goes. Right. But all the same, we need to get further down. Again, just trying to figure out the easiest way of doing so. And again, I'm trying to murderize slimes purely for the health. Because the health is really all I need. Well, not all I need. What I need is lots of mine shafts to allow me to drop down faster and further, because that makes my life easier. But, for the same time, being able to heal off of creatures is kind of a big bonus to me. Okay, so let's mine this already. Oh, no, it's another crab. Let's just get out of here. Go away. And yeah, it's very annoying. I'm at like half health, which is kind of alarming. Thankfully, though, the slimes also have a chance of having the heart inside them to give you health back, which is good. And, you know, a mixture of them plus just generally murdering them, especially if they've got lots of little slimes inside them, it's going to make my life a little bit easier. All the same, though, I do need to be aware of how much health I have, because I don't really want to end up getting screwed over by this as a general challenge, because that would suck. But all the same, I am going to try and splatterize any of these slimes that give me an opportunity, because look at that, there's some nice health bonus there, just for the sake of them being there. And, of course, getting a little bit more iridium is always nice. All the same, we've got lots of enemies to kill. That's kind of the main thing here, is I've got lots of enemies to splat, I've got lots of stuff to get through, and yeah, we need to make sure... Oh, okay, so we've got a floor full of slime, so that's just health. Nothing really much else here, it's just health. Not too much of a worry. It's always nice, though, because that makes life easier. So yeah, all the same, got lots of enemies to kill, lots of extra health to gain. And we're on, what, floor 38, so... We're not doing terribly, we just need to sort of speed it up a bit. Okay, so we've actually now got the serpents done. That's nice. Couple more of these creatures to kill, or I could just cheat my way down and just use the stairs. But no, we'll be alright. The other thing I've got to consider is, obviously, I've got to make sure that I just don't eat any food, because that will end badly. As in, I will forfeit my challenge that I am trying to achieve here. And I don't really want to do that. Now, the serpents are probably the most dangerous creatures in here, which is, I mean, I think a reasonable thing to sort of suggest and understand that. But yeah, they are definitely the most dangerous creatures in here for me, because they're more unpredictable and I don't like fighting them, and just they're generally irritating. But with a bit of extra health, we should be okay. And being able to heal off of them, well, we're kind of golden on that one, aren't we? What have we got? A crystallarium. Okay, that's kind of cool. Not what I expected to find down here. Well, we're just going to throw that down there and get rid of it. Because we don't need the carrot. Go away, ghosty. Be gone. Don't care about you. You can go away. Okay, the mummy's just hurting me a little bit there. That's annoying. And the ghost is back. Go away. Let me daisy. Bloody ghosts. Ah! Run away, run away, run away. Oh, that hurt. Well, that's annoying. I mean, the other thing is I don't really know if flattening a mummy counts as killing one, or if you need to actively, like, blow them up, if that counts towards it. I'm just not sure. Kind of annoying. Like, I don't actually know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, the same. Let's just fling some stuff in the bin there. Stuff that I don't need. Go away. Just be gone. Now, we've got to get down further quickly. Come on. Faster the better. Okay, more shafts. Oh, okay, that's going to be a good blow up a little bit. Anyway, it's going to be one of those considerations, really, isn't it? Just got to figure out whether killing all the enemies here is going to be the most... Well, it's going to be the most profitable way of getting health back. Definitely. Because without that, well, I'm pretty screwed. And it's just going to be the more irritating enemies, like the ghosts, that are going to just cause me problems, just because they're annoying. They're not really that bad of a thing, but they're just irritating more than anything. So, unfortunately, there's not really a huge amount I can do with that. I'm going to have to be prepared, if I have to teleport out of here if it all goes a bit wrong. Which I'm not going to deny is not something I really want to do. But if that's what's needed, then, well, I'll have to do it. You know, to get out of here and save myself. Because I don't really want to cark it and keel over. I mean, I know you can't die in Stardew Valley. I just don't want to be rendered unconscious by a monster. Because that's annoying. And, yeah, that's just a thing, isn't it? Alright, let's keep mining our way through stuff. I mean, we've got pretty far. Floor 60. Oh, wow. Floor 73. That was a drop. Crikey, I've got so low health. Okay, that's really not good. If this room has a bunch of slimes in it, great. As long as we can find some slimes, because we can murderize those and we can get some health. Oh no, that's a serpent. You know what? I'm going to teleport back home. Because no, not even risking it. Not with that low health. It's just not happening. Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, so we're going to have to try again on the next day. I think that's really all I can say and do on this one. I can't justify risking it at that point. It's just not worth it. Very annoying, but that's just going to be how it goes. Fiddlesticks. Oh well. That's just a little bit depressing. It's understandable, but it's still a bit depressing. Because it's annoying at the end of the day. But we do what we can. So I think tomorrow, however, as well, is not a day where I'll be able to actually go into the what's it called? The Skull Caves very easily. Because if memory serves, tomorrow is actually the flower dance. Now, the flower dance is quite an important day for me because I need to purchase that last blasted scarecrow from it. Because with that, I will happily be able to achieve scarecrow perfection and then be able to make the ridiculously large area of effect scarecrow, which will make my life a lot easier. And that's really something that I need. It's only 9 PM, isn't it? Is there anything else I need to do or can do at the moment? Very much umming and ahhing, as you can tell at the moment, going, what would be worth me faffing with, if anything, really? Well, let's just check. Is there anything else left lying around that I haven't dealt with? I mean, there's a couple of bits of, couple of truffles. Nothing super exciting there, unfortunately. Look at all this alcohol. That's great. That's good. I mean, obviously, we've got all this beer as well to harvest, which that's nice. It's the beer isn't the big thing for me. It's the wine, obviously, because that's the money spinner. But I got all this ancient fruit, got all this star fruit, and I'm going to fling all that in there and just, make as much money as physically possible. Now, one of the things that I have actually thought about, it's not one of the things that I've really thought about much, but I have realised that because I've been turning starfruit into wine without shipping it out, I think that might be the one item that I've not shipped out in any large quantity, which is going to essentially hamper my ability to, achieve perfection, because of course I need to make sure that I've done everything and shipped out quantities of every crop. And I think that that is something that I haven't done, alarmingly. And that's kind of annoying. So I'm going to have to think about that one and actually legitimately look at it. Because if I haven't done that, well, that's not great. Well, that's pretty much all I can do right now, at least. So I'm going to head to bed, I think. I'm going to stash my wine away. And head on to sleeps. Now, tomorrow's going to be the flower dance. Now, of course, one would assume that one should ask one's wife to dance at the flower dance, which is indeed what I'm going to do. It feels very rude to turn around and be like, no, I'm not going to ask my wife to dance with me at the... That would be like, man, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. Jeez. That would be just catastrophically dumb. So, I'm not going to ignore my glorious waifu. Because that would be very, very stupid. Righty. Anyway. So, Let's see if there's anything else that I need to worry about at the moment. Probably not really anything that needs worrying about, but, you know, stuff and things. Right. Let's put some tea on. Some lovely green tea to brew. Now, I say that, it's not actually a particular favourite of mine. I'm not really very partial to green tea. I mean, I'll drink it if it's there, but it's not one that I would generally go out of my way to have. So yeah, it's a thing. It's not my major jam. Right, I'm going to quickly slap this here because I have noticed that I didn't have a good enough coverage. And let's just grab a few more things. Right. That's the thing, is just making sure I actually have all of the fertilizer for the next season is going to be the next major thing, isn't it? Because, yeah, I'm going to have an opportunity where I'm going to need even more. Now, of course, I'm grabbing all these parsnips that I've got. I'm just going to slap them in the ground because, yes, it makes perfect sense to me because, of course, I want to make sure that I have all the parsnips in the ground ready to harvest later on. Okay, let's see. So I am probably going to put a bunch of them in the, what's it called? In the preserves shed, because that'll be a useful thing for me to create and use. It's just, you know, have some more on the go. And just have them there so I can just fling them out and just get stuff done. The next kind of question comes, though, is what other things can I do with the flower dance? Is there anything else that it needs to be done or can be done? I don't think there is, actually. It's one of those, I guess, kind of useful, interesting things early in the game, not so much afterwards. I think. I mean, I assume that it gives you a boost to your general reputation and feeling with people, but I don't honestly know or remember. That's the problem. It's been kind of a while since I've actually bothered to really think about it more than anything. So yeah. That's going to be a consideration, isn't it? What is going to be the advantage of the flower festival for me? Something, I'm sure, but who knows? Right. All the same, we've got stuff to do. Excellent stuff. Is there anything else that we can gather from this? Oh, hopefully something. My consideration is there's not really much else that I can do during the event, which, you know, that's a thing. But also, as well as that, there's not much that I can obtain from it, I don't think, other than the final cursed, blasted scarecrow. Because as we know, that's the entire main reason for me going to this one. I mean, and yes, of course, it's going to give me a slight boost to general relationships. I mean, I don't really think that I need to reinforce or upgrade my relationship with my wife, but it's not a terrible thing, really, is it? Because again, it's handy, it's useful, it's just going to be helpful. But it's what we're going to have to go and do. Get ourselves all ready, go and see, and kind of slug on through. It does unfortunately also mean it's going to waste most of the day, because then there's not really much else I can do, frustratingly. And there's not much I can say regarding it. Like, yeah, it means that I can't do anything else, but I'll live. And it's going to sort of stop me from going down into the Skull Caves a bit more. However, tomorrow being Thursday is the day that you can purchase with 3 prismatic shards, a rock candy. The magic rock candy, now that is going to be helpful because that will give me such a fat boost to a bunch of stats that it might actually be kind of worth using. One actually hopes that that will be particularly helpful, as of course that will mean that I can actually, well, work my magic and get further down. Right, let's see. So Hayley's practicing her dance. Yeah, of course you've been the Flower Queen for a few years running. That's lovely and all. Yeah, you please be my... Oh. Can you not be the Flower Queen if you're married? Is that a thing? Is it like only bachelorettes and bachelors can participate in it? That's peculiar. I wasn't aware that that was genuinely a thing. Okay. That's... either that or it's just a, oh, well, I'm now a mother sort of thing. I can't do things, can't enjoy myself. Which, if you think that's the case, no, don't be silly. You can always enjoy yourself. Yeah, so that's a bit weird. Also, me in a pirate hat is also very weird, which I'm painfully aware of, so don't worry, I'm very, very aware of that. So it looks like most of my plan over the next, really, it's going to be what's my driving force behind Thursday? What can I achieve? Now I'm going to get the rock candy, and I'm going to try and get further down in the mines as physically possible. So that's going to encompass Thursday, Friday, and then of course there'll be Saturday, Sunday. Just trying to think of what other things I can do. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a bit more money. Because again, that's kind of one of the things is I want to get the 1,000,000 so that I can purchase the Statue of Endless Fortune. Of course, slapping down a bunch of these planters as well, just to give me a little bit more in the way of farming resource land. That's a weird way of putting it, isn't it? But I assume that you understand what I mean by it. Like, it gives me a lot bit more space, and essentially it's greenhouse 2. And I'm going to use it predominantly for growing starfruit once these harvests are done of the fairy roses. But the other thing I also want to do is I want to get wild plums, because I'm still working my way through the food resource recipes that I know but haven't done yet. And one of them is the plum pudding, which you do need 2 wild plums, and I don't have that. So that's going to be a general consideration for me, and how am I going to achieve that? So this is the easiest way I can honestly see, by slapping some starfruit in here, and then I'll probably have some other stuff as well. But it looks like that's that. We're going to pop that in there, and right, well, let's head on back to the house. Right, so I think this is going to wrap up pretty much everything that I can do here today. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with my random coughing and silly noises throughout the video. If you have enjoyed, please do like, share, and subscribe, because that does definitely help. And it is really nice to see that my viewership base is growing. I know it's not like the biggest channel in the world, but you know, I do it because I enjoy it, and it does make me happy seeing people enjoying it and just listening along. So one of the other things I will say is that I'm going to probably delay a couple of the videos coming up this week, as I'm taking a short break up to Edinburgh. So I'm going to experience the lovely joys that is Scotland. But I will hopefully catch you all again the next time the Walrus plays Stardew Valley.